Good day, and welcome. So we're gonna give this give us a little bit more of a try. We'll see how it works. JJ Bonzik has sent me a list, or a web page that tells you how to dock. So I will try to use this. I've already read it, so I've learned a couple things. Welcome, the Puka. JJ Bonzik is traveling, and so she's not here to moderate. So I'm only streaming onto Mixer. So if you usually like to watch on Twitch, I apologize. We're only in Mixer today. I don't have a good way of moderating just by myself through Restream, and I don't have a mod or a bot that works for both. And so anyway, we're just on Mixer. That's fine. We're actually on FTL, so it's even faster. It's faster than like Kerbal Space Program. Let's pop into the game where we left off our disaster. So, they're close together, these two ships. The one that is the one that I should really be using to try to dock with the guy. He is out of mono-repellent. So if you go to this one, this is the guy. He's out of mono-repellent, so we can turn off RCS. Because this guy can't really do anything. So he's just going to hang out in that position. And then, watch this. Oh. No nearby objects to focus. Oh. Well, that was supposed to work. Am I not close together? Did I go too far away from the guy? Maybe I might have gone too far away. Alright, let's, I guess go to map view. During my... Yeah, okay, so I at the end of there, I had a little tantrum. And I... Okay, so this guy, he needs to get back close to the guy. So we're gonna... RCS is off. We do have mono-repellent still. Okay. So let's try to get actually back towards... So it is still the target. This guy. Okay, we can get rid of that. What we want to do is we want to figure out where we're actually going to get back close to this guy. Because I have a little tantrum at the end, and so it caused some problems. Let's go ahead. This is kind of the... Near where we is the best close encounter spot. So let's go here. Add a maneuver. Let's add some rotations. Until they're fairly close by. So that we're not quite close together there, but all right. So that it's that many jumps away. If we then adjust this a little bit, so we'll go a little bit away from here and see if we. Oh, that doesn't quite work. If we go like over here. Nope, bad. So I'm trying to see if I can get these a little bit closer together. So that's 30. Okay, if we go a little bit more, is that better? 10. 6. 6. Ooh. Okay, so we're better over there. Did I mess something else up? Why is it suddenly weird? I might have pulled a different thing. Possibly. Okay, so we want to have the intersection thing over here. We're gonna start over. I think I accidentally pulled something else maybe. Okay, so we want it to be here. We want to add a couple of these. And let's... then we want to move that a little bit. Change the positioning. So this is 10. So 5. So we'll go with this. Okay. Alright. So it's a 1 second burn in a long time. So we're going to warp to next maneuver. Is there going to be an easy way to get there to that? Or we can just manually do it. So we're trying to get closer to then. Alright, so we're going to slow down a little bit. And now I think we might be able to warp to, yeah, warp to next maneuver. We want to point towards our maneuver. Where's that? Which thing is this? Why am I forgetting everything? Where's maneuver? Oh, there it is, right there. So we're going to warp to 1 minute before using the warping stuff. And now we're going to point to maneuver. So this ship here, we're going to try and get close to it. This one has mono-repellent, so this is the one we're going to have to try and reposition to connect, which might be difficult because we're trying to connect based on these things. When they're close together, I think we'll be able to use the square brackets to switch between the ships. Is the idea. So we'll see. I have a webpage with a lot of words on it. So we'll see if I'll be able to use that information to try to get us closer together. But I think partly what I was doing is I had SAS on, so I was wasting a bunch of mono-repellent. And we're about to have to burn soon. And then I also had some other issues too. So, our maneuver mode. Okay, anyway. And go. I'm so confused. This thing didn't go down at all. Huh. Okay. Well, what? So that's with our maneuver. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. So with our maneuver, which we're already past the thing, so I'm gonna get rid of that, and then look to see. Okay, so I do need to fix this somehow. Not really sure why that didn't execute the way I expected it to. Okay. So then we have another burn coming up. Okay, so we want to do that. Port towards maneuver. I don't really know what happened there. It's very weird. This guy's out of control. If I turn on RCS, I think that he might start to kind of fix himself. We're trying to get to the maneuver, but it's like just like spinning out of control. I also don't want to use up all the propellant because this guy's gonna die if he doesn't dock. So it's a life or death situation. All right, so point towards maneuver, and then we're gonna turn off RCS once that's done. Okay, good, very good. Stay there. Okay, let's try this again. So we want to get closer to the maneuver. Then, okay, we're going 1 speed. So it's going to be a very short burn. I'm not going to go full throttle, I don't think. I don't really know why the thing didn't go down at all. What am I doing wrong? Like the maneuver is somewhere weird. This thing didn't go down at all. Is it because I had this thing set? I don't think it should matter. Huh. Well, okay, let's try to get to the maneuver. If we burn a little bit. Let's point retrograde. I'm not really sure what's happening. This isn't behaving the way I would expect. We also have a little bit of it. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Maybe we should do instead as a maneuver. I don't know if maneuvers are going to even work for some reason, but let's try and get these so that we have less of an angle issue. Okay, let's do that maneuver. Attempt to. I mean, this guy only has this much fuel left, and he has to dock. He has mono-repellent. I mean, he could float up here in space for a little bit, and I could try to dock something else to him to come up. So that's another option. But we need to kind of be careful with our fuel usage and stuff like that. Okay. Alright, so now, once we get closer to this burn, we're going to burn. It's a pretty short burn, but we're trying to fix our angle. Hopefully it'll behave like a regular maneuver would. I don't understand what's being so weird, but so we're about to do the burn. Okay, go. Yeah, see, it's not. I don't understand what's happening. This thing doesn't go down at all, and then the maneuver changes all of a sudden. Something is happening. I'm not understanding. But we did. I mean, so the maneuver was weird, but I think we fixed the. No, we haven't fixed the problem because this is still just the plane maneuver. So we aren't any better. Huh. Any ideas? I really don't understand what's going on. Maybe let's go to the Space Center. And then go back up to the thing, and then see if there's anything different. Okay, so we already are past that thing. Let's adjust it from this side, I guess. So let's add a maneuver. We're trying to make... Is that making it worse or better? Worse. Okay, let's try this. We'll point towards maneuver. Understand. What am I doing wrong? Huh. This part was supposed to be the easier part, and then the hard part was supposed to come later on. Not at the same time. Huh. Okay, well, anyway. So let's warp to the next maneuver. Okay. Get a little bit closer. Hopefully it functions properly. So we're gonna burn for 6 seconds or something. missing something? Has the game fundamentally changed? Am I in a dream? Usually when you're in dreams, they don't really make any sense. So this doesn't make any sense, so maybe it's a dream. Why doesn't the... When I get to the maneuver and I burn, why doesn't... Was I not going fast enough? Maybe? Let's try it again, and let's actually go full steam. I don't know, maybe I wasn't going full steam? Maybe the move was assuming I was gonna go full steam, but then I wasn't, or something? I don't know. Point towards maneuver. Maybe I was just burning a tiny bit. I know, the fruit screwed up the whole thing. So we'll get to the maneuver. Warp to it. And then try again. Oh yeah. Okay. Warp to maneuver. So we're gonna go full steam and just see if that's something, if that's what the issue was. But I feel like the maneuver, like, all of a sudden is changing to some other crazy place. And like this thing doesn't change at all. It's supposed to go down. When you do a maneuver. I mean, I think we have better than before, but it's still acting weird. I guess let's try it again. I don't know. I don't know what else to try. I can't land with this guy, so we'll try that. Point towards maneuver. We'll try again. Maybe burn for longer, and then just ignore the fact the thing doesn't go down. I guess. I don't know. Very weird. We're gonna keep at it. Okay, we're getting there to the maneuver. And then we'll try this again. Okay, warp. Wonder what the so that is normal, anti-normal. Wonder what that is. They happen to line up with my maneuver. Perhaps that's related to my target. I don't know. I think I still have a target set. Alright, so we're gonna try the burn again. And and then we'll try and watch this. So I mean, these are supposed to be closer together when it's all said and done. So that should work its way down, or something, or I guess up. I suppose the teal is supposed to go up in the end. So we'll see if that works. It's not doing anything. It's just coming in. Huh. Yeah, so it's the same. How weird. My maneuvers are not functioning. What would cause that? Maybe I was in... Was I in the wrong mode? There's a thunderstorm here. Let's try it, man. Let's assume I was in the wrong mode or something. So we're gonna add a maneuver here, and we're going to fix our. Oh, it's showing up for some reason. That's handy. That's super convenient. Okay. No, I went too far. Okay. So we're gonna go with that. Point towards the thing. Maybe I was in the wrong mode or something. I don't know. We'll try it again. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't really know what would be causing all that. Is he just spinning out of control? Does he not know how to, we could, wow, that's really odd. We could cheat some of the spin. Speed up time a little bit. Wow. Very dramatic. I feel like I should close my windows. Let me pause the game. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Windows are closed. It's hail, actually. So, okay. So if I suddenly stop streaming, I lost power. So we'll see if this works. I'll make sure I'm in staging. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that was a problem. I know, it's kind of crazy outside, huh? What? Yeah, I have a huge power or storm right here. Okay, I don't know where my it's warped to there. Okay. So let's try this again. I don't really know what the deal was, but let's try again. Okay. So we're gonna burn. Hopefully the thing actually goes out. What's happening? Oh, I was in still sped up mode. I thought I was unsped up. Okay, well if we burn now, what happens? Yeah, the thing still doesn't go. Nothing changed. I mean, I realized I wasn't at the right maneuver spot, but I feel like something should have changed. Well, we can go around to it again, right? Yeah, so we could just circle back to it. But again, I still think it's not functioning properly. But let's try it. Okay. So we'll do the burn shortly. We're in regular mode. Look, this thing doesn't change it. And my maneuver node runs away. Is it something with a ship? I don't understand. Okay, let's go to a different ship. Let's launch it at a different ship. And we'll try to dock something together. So let's go into here. Let's open up one of our previous ships that was able to dock. So docking who 5. Let's load it up. So this is the ship that we actually docked 2 of these together. So what I'm going to try and do is dock this with a person up to the docking hub and then see if that works. So let's go ahead and add somebody into this. So you're going to rescue, so Ludwell, you're going to rescue whoever it is that's in the hub and possibly, you know, figure out how everything works. So we're going to launch. We're going to turn on SAS, throttle up. We're going to fix our stage. So we're going to use engines. And then we're going to get rid of the bottom engines. And then we're going to use at the same time as that. And then we're going to do that. And then, okay, good. Everything's great. All right. And go. So we're going to try and dock this to the hub. And to rescue the guy, at the very least. We'll see. Because this thing has parachutes. Okay. I was going to say, this thing has parachutes, right? So if I recall, this ship is fine. It takes off well and whatnot. I was able to connect 2 of them together. So once we get up to 10,000, I will work on, we might reduce the engines a little bit. We'll work on our arc, our gravity turn. And then we'll see, when we add a maneuver, we'll see if maneuvers work at all. And if they don't work, we'll figure out what the deal is. I don't think there's an update to the game. I did, when I started it up today, it asked me to re-accept the EULA, which that was weird. So I don't know if there's an update or something that I just wasn't aware of. Come out. And then we actually are aiming for the a little further out anyway. So I might just gonna let this go a little bit further out. Because I think we're at, it's like I don't know, I can't remember which one of these is our target, but alright, so we'll do that. And then kill the engines. Thank you. Okay, add a maneuver. I don't need a perfect, I just need, okay, that'll be good. So aim to the maneuver node. We'll see if this thing knows how to do that. Knows how to make this thing empty out when you're actually doing a maneuver. And see if it's just some weird byproduct of the other ship. It seems like the storm's done. It passed by me already. That's good. Okay, Ludwig. Let's do this. So hopefully this thing will actually function. That would be great. So we get a little bit closer. Okay. I'm getting ready to burn, and hopefully this thing functions. Oh, look. Okay, it actually knows how to do it. That's amazing. Look at this thing empty. Okay. So let's look at us in an orbit, and then we can fix our alignment, and then we can try to work on an intercept to the hub. And it'll be great. There you go. Okay. Excellent. Look at that. Maneuvers even work and everything. It's amazing. Docking who? That's the hub right there. Set as target. So we have a 3.6 degree issue. So let's go over to here. Here. No, let's go to here. Add a maneuver. We're going to fix a thing. Okay. Put it towards the maneuver node. Or the maneuver, rather. Okay. And now warp to the next maneuver. Okay, good. Get a little bit closer. Burn. Got a little too close. Okay. Kill this. Look at what we have. So we have a 0.1. That's not too bad. Okay. Because I guess let's fix the 0.1. I screwed up a tiny bit. So we're at a maneuver. Where's the, where are they? There we go. Okay, so point to maneuver. Let's not go good enough. So this is going to be a very short burn. So we might not go full throttle. Okay, maneuver node, warp there. We're going to go a little bit slower sooner, so we don't pass it again. I was daydreaming or something. Okay. So we're going to get closer, but not as close as last time. So once we get up to 20, we'll stop the time. Okay, good enough. All right, so we're going regular time. We're going to burn, not full throttle. Once the thing runs out, then we're going to keep it. We're getting there. We're almost starting to burn. Okay. Look at that. Okay, now. Now what we want to do. So we're here. It's way out there. So let's add a maneuver someplace. That one's pretty close. Let's add a maneuver. Well, we'll put it there. We'll probably move it anyway. So now we want to increase our thing so that we have an intersection. So let's potentially add a cycle. Okay. Oops. What happened there? I think I accidentally deleted it. Okay. What is this? Is that my maneuver? Did I move it over there somehow? So it's 4.8 apart. That's pretty awesome. 1.2. Okay, so we'll try that. We'll see if this works. So we're going to point towards the maneuver. It's going to be a fairly short burn. What's our time? Not great. Okay. Sorry. Point to the maneuver. I was like, where are you going? Okay. And then we want to warp to the thing. I guess because it's... There we go. Warp to next maneuver. I don't really know what this symbol here is. I don't know. I think somehow that's my other maneuver, but I think this... I don't know what the other one is. Hopefully this all works out the way I think it's going to work out. We'll see. So maybe that's where my target is during the maneuver? Maybe? Not sure. Okay. So we're going to burn. We're not going to speed up too far past it this time. Okay. So shift, full throttle, and then when it gets lower down, then we might kind of like toy with it a little bit, but otherwise we're going to burn and stop burning. It's going to be great. And go. Okay, so it's not going too fast, so we don't have to freak out. Okay. So we now have an encounter with 0.9 kilometers apart over there. So let's warp to get closer to it. And then let me refresh my memory. So let's actually get this to work right. So we want a matching target orbit. Blah blah blah. Once you are close as possible by delaying orbits, readjusting, blah blah blah. 2.4K or less, ideally, you might need to work the normal or anti-normal direction as well. To get the most precise encounter, it helps to focus on Kerbin and rotate the view to where the encounter occurs. Set the SAS to point to the maneuver node. I think I've done that part. Changing the stability assist to keep your ship from wobbling around at the end of the burn. As the maneuver changes directions. Execute the burn. To help with accurate burn times, right-click at your engines. Okay, no, I think I do need to read some of this. Let's not skim as much. There are multiple ways to get the indicators close together. I think I did that part. Open the maneuver node. Right-click in the little circle in the middle. Okay, I did that. Close enough to the thing. Readjust. Blah, blah. Execute your burn. To help with... Where's the part where I fix my positioning? Execute your burn. Helps. Right-click on the engines. Aim. It gives us a nice burn. It's the burn otherwise. Blah, blah, blah. Once you are one... Using prograde and retrograde, set minimal thrusters and adjust your orbit until your encounter is at a minimum distance. Add a node a few minutes before your encounter. Accelerate time until there. Delete the node. Okay. So we want to resume flight. We want to set a node right here. A little bit before it. I don't know how many minutes it is before it, but so there. We want to I think we want to point retrograde and burn until this is lower. Use prograde and retrograde, SAS, set minimum thrusters, and adjust your orbit until your encounter is at a minimum distance. Add a node units before. Okay, so I think I don't understand these instructions, but we're going to point retrograde. And then when we're close together, oh, there we go. So we're still farish apart. So once we're closer together, I'm going to burn retrograde to try to get my orbit to be closer to his orbit. I guess. So we're going to wait till a little closer together and then do that. Do I want to go retrograde or prograde? If I do retrograde, that will slow me down. I don't know if I want to go retrograde or prograde. I think potentially prograde. It's either the right answer or the opposite of the right answer. So we could try this and see if this number drops or it goes up, and then switch directions really quick. So let's go a little bit, see if it goes. I mean, it's going slowly down anyway, but so it's going up. So let's go retrograde. Right, it's going up or down? I think it's going up. Let's go retrograde. And then burn. Huh. Where did oh no, that's fine. My maneuver is really freaking out, but so we're just trying to get this to be like 0. So now we're really close together. Ish. And then our things are... Okay, so we're 2 kilometers apart. We're going to be closer together over here. Now, what do we want to do? Now, we want to point... We want to be in docking. Here, let's look at the instructions. At this point, your nav ball switches to target and display relative velocity. Switch to your target and right-click on his docking port and select control from here. Select SAS settings, target. Here. The other guy doesn't have any. Oh no, this guy does have stuff. He does have my repellent. Okay, so I don't know if we're close enough right now. We'll see. So let's resume flight. So can we do this? No. Okay. So I think I need to point towards the target. We need to work on getting a little bit closer. I think. I'm going to use thrusters. Tiny bit, just to get a little bit of speed to get closer to the guy. Let's also turn this on. Target's out of range. So I assume we're getting closer to the guy. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Now we're actually getting closer to the guy. Now I think we can do this. So now I can switch targets. So what I want to do is I want to connect it up to here. So we're going to do control from here. And then I want to set docking who as target. And then I want to select SAS setting target. And the docking port should align with your inbound vehicle. So set this to target. Right. That part I understand. What I didn't know is that there's a way to switch back and forth quickly. So that really helps things. I'm not going to waste RCS when I'm just trying to do all this stuff, so hopefully this will all work, where it's slow, but, you know, I think it'll work. So then here we want to continue heading towards the guy. So that's working. We do want to set this as target. Where's target? Oh. Huh? Target. There we go. And we want to control this from here. Okay. So that every now and then I'll have to switch back and forth and just say point to target. I'm going to try not to use RCS when I'm doing this as much as I can to avoid running out of juice. Because they can kind of angle themselves a little bit just on their own. I mean, as we get closer, or whatever, if we're starting to pass by each other, we'll have to, you know, figure something out. But what is this? I don't really want. There we go. Okay. So point to target. So are we still heading towards the guy? That's really loud noise. Milo. Or Ashley's. Whoever was doing that. So we're still getting closer to the guy. Once we're closer, then we probably want to again reduce down our speed to be 0 relative to each other, so that hopefully we're getting an even a closer orbit to each other. So I'm going to point towards target. I'm going to burn slightly to get a little bit closer. And then I think we want to point retrograde. And then we'll burn this, and I think that will get rid of this speed once we're a little bit closer. I don't know if that's really the right thing to do. Once we cross 1,000, then I will try this. So that is slowing us down relative to each other. Okay. So let's look at our orbits. So now our orbits are even better, I think. Okay. So now we're going to point to target again. We're doing this without RCS, because it's able to move around on its own without using RCS, and then that won't, hopefully that'll like stop the thing from constantly running out of juice. So target. So point that bay towards our target. So every now and then I'll just switch back and forth as they're approaching each other and keep on adjusting that. They're not going fast towards each other anymore because I've changed that. But let's go to target, and then we'll burn a little bit, just to increase our speed a tiny bit to each other. There we go. Okay, so now we're approaching each other. Once we get closer, I'll actually target that particular docking port. But I believe the main thing that I've learned from this thing, I mean, it was telling me about all this information, which I still don't understand, but the main thing is being able to switch between the ships with using the square brackets. Because then I can actually target the ships to each other. So at the very least, we can rescue the other dude if we can dock these ones. Otherwise, we can still try to hook up to the other ship, because now we'll have monopropellant from both of these two ships, and we'll have a better idea of how things work. Because I think we can still adjust the other ship, I think, without any RCS. Like, I don't think it uses RCS. I'm not using RCS right now, I don't think. Well, I mean, obviously not, but with all the things I've been doing, I haven't used any, because I still have full. I haven't even turned on my RCS yet. So I might not abandon this game yet. we might be doing okay. It's still going down, right? Yeah. Okay. We can go a touch faster, I think. Because I think this thing was saying it should be between 1 and 2. So we're between 1 and 2 right now. Okay, then it was saying, so as you get close, turn to face retrograde symbol once again and burn until you stop again. So then you repeat the above until, so you're able to go, point to the target, and then burn a little bit to so you're aiming for it. Let me make sure. So the purple curve one. Yeah, so aim towards the target, burn a little bit, and then as you get closer, then go retrograde, and then stop your movement. So you're like just trying to get closer and closer and keeping the orbit. That number is still going down, right? Good. So I think we should go get a little bit closer, and then we'll go just a little bit more, and then we'll go retrograde to burn off that our speed. Once we get a little bit closer. maybe we'll get this. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of some of our speed. Or go down to 0, actually. Good. Good. And now we want to point towards target. So what that did, I think, is making it so that we are on an even better orbit to each other. So that, in theory, we'll just sort of drift with each other and we can do very, very minor changes. It'll be good. So we'll do that till we're a little bit closer together. I'm going to go retrograde again. Not burn yet, but just be ready to then drop our speed back down to 0 again once we're in like 100 from each other or something. And then we can slowly drift towards each other. Then I can start doing the back and forth between the ships. And this might work. And then we'll also want to aim for the particular docking ports between the ships. We're getting there. So exciting. I guess I could speed up time a little bit. Yeah, okay. So once we're around 100, I'm going to burn. Alright, so we're here. I'm going to burn retrograde to slow down our speed. Do that now. Okay. And now I'm going to go normal. Or target, rather. And now I want to specifically target that docking port. Can I do that? Or am I not close enough yet? Maybe I'm not close enough. Okay. So point towards target. And then burn a tiny bit. So now we're drifting towards each other again. Let's switch ships. So now this guy wants to point towards target, which is already doing. Good job. This guy wants to point towards target, and then actually it looks like it's already specifically pointing at the docking port. So if we wanted to switch, we could do that. Okay, but we already. Let's just make sure. So set as target. Okay, so we want to say set as target that docking port. Is where we want to go. So, pointing towards the target. Point towards the target. Amazing. Point towards the target. 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 And then potentially we could do RCS and hold to go even slower at this point. Although I don't know if we have to. I think this might be an okay speed, but let's do RCS and hold. No, that didn't work. That might just go faster. Okay, never mind. So target, switch, target, switch, target. You gonna bump each other? Oh, you just bumped each other. Jerks. Okay, we're gonna point target. So I was going too fast, so I need to slow down. So point towards target. Okay, and then I want to point towards target, and then burn slightly, because I think we're actually, I want to get our speed back down to 0. So point towards target. Okay. So we're going to go slower, I guess. Our angle is a little weird. So perhaps we want to use RCS for some of that. I didn't use it for any of it. Intergalactic bumper, yeah. Right. Okay, so we are going towards each other. Let's turn on RCS. So point towards target, target, point towards target. Turn on RCS. Let's go ahead and so docking mode. I don't know the controls for this stuff, but there's like you can push. Hold on. Okay, so so there's a bunch of different stuff you can do with all these different controls. Set your inbound vehicle SAS to target. Hold the H key to get your acceleration at about 5 until we're close by, but we're close by. Then slow down with the N key. Okay, so let's try the N key to slow down. Resume flight. So H is to go forward. Okay, now we're going towards the guy. So actually, this is where it's using RCS on that one as well. I don't think I want to have that on constantly, though. Maybe we do now, because we're close by. We're getting closer and closer by. Okay. All right. We're going to go target. Let's go this guy, target. And this guy's to target. And then we want to go... H is to go forward, apparently. The N will slow us down. So let's go H, try to catch up to the guy. So we are going closer and closer. I think we want to switch and then turn off RCS. I'm going to point towards target. Point towards target. I want to get rid of this rotation we have. If I do... Oh, there's... Okay, hold on. There was a key. It was saying... There's some key for changing your view. I don't see them. V. Here. So we'll go resume flight, V. So this is... Alright, so if we go... If we do that, is that worse or better? What is what? Can't tell. I'm just trying to stop this particular movement I'm doing. So I can do that to rotate. And then I want to do... Like, I want to not be moving relative to the dude at all. So if we go... Okay, let's turn off RCS. Let's go into staging mode, retrograde. And just see if we get this down back to 0. We can also right-click on our engine. And limit. So that'll make it so it burns even less. So that it's super sensitive. Or not sensitive. Whatever. Okay, is that helping? Yes. Okay. Now, let's point towards the target. We want to go forward a little bit, which I think is going to be H, with our RCS turned on, in docking mode, H. Okay, there we go. Now we're moving closer together. I'm going to turn off RCS. Let's switch vehicles. Point towards target. I wish it would keep the target when you switched. I don't know why it undoes it, but... Okay, let's try this again. Very exciting. So we're just going to take this real slow. And hopefully, it looks like we don't have any of that rotation stuff that we had last time. So maybe we'll be okay. I mean, there's some rotation going on here, I guess. So we'll see. But if we just like rapidly switch back and forth and say target, then maybe it'll work out okay. Hey, how's it going? Morning. Yeah, how's it going? We're attempting to dock and save this dude's life that's stuck in this vehicle up here. We'll see. Just woke up. Oh, me. That'd be sweet. Already gone through half my workday. Yeah, it's a fun game. When you can actually dock. All right, let's pop over to this vehicle. Aim for target. We're getting closer and closer together. This doesn't feel like something for you. Yeah, I mean it takes some getting used to. We are getting closer together. I'm going really slow, intentionally. But this seems very slow. We'll see. Oh, ow. Oh. My dog just got up. Shocked my knee. Yeah. Arc is take quite a bit of time. So we're just slowly going to get closer together, and I'll switch back and forth between these ones and say aim to target. And hopefully they won't bump each other again this time. So, very exciting. We could probably speed up a tiny bit, just for like a little bit of this last little bit. Okay. So aim for target. Target. Let's have this guy. So I'm drifting a little bit. I could potentially try to go retrograde. I guess there's not even a retrograde option here. Okay, let me was it N? So point to target. Oh, and then go in RCS mode. Is N going to slow me down more or speed me up? Okay, that's speeding me up. So let's do H. Both are speeding me up. Okay. So point towards target. Let's do stable. What is that going to do? No, I think we want to point towards target. All right, now we want to switch. Point towards target. Point towards target, please. More towards the target. Thank you for the host. Come on, guys, you can do it. Point towards target. Point towards target. Towards target. 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 That work? No. Of course not. Okay. The thing also says breathe. So we're going to turn our RCS. We're going to point towards target. And then we're going to breathe. So we're going to... Which one of these is better for slowing down relative to our big guy? Alright, let's go no RCS. Let's go retrograde. And then burn a tiny bit. Just to stop our relative distance. Relative speed. Okay. Switch targets. Turn off RCS. Point towards target. Let's try this again. Let's try. They still bumped off each other. I think having them on the side makes this a lot more difficult. Okay. Switch back. Yeah, it is tough stuff. Okay, so point towards target. So again, we're drifting towards each other. How's our mountain propellant doing? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay. So let's drift towards each other. Try it again, I guess. I have to end the stream pretty soon, but we're going to try it one more time. If we bump each other, we'll try and get stable, and then I'll save and we'll end the stream. Actually, I guess... No, I probably have to leave soon. Okay, so we're stable, pretty stable now. I'm going to have to end the stream, unfortunately. Sorry. But that'll be it for today.